I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a tape program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness again.
Right? You know what to do. I've got this one. Oh, that's
That was my line, dang it! I've got this one.
And that line, too.
I actually do have this one, because this actually has two different problems in it, both of which can be solved with the same thing.
Yeah.
So, you can either go to the second statement, which says, there was a voice saying at the time it was probably coming from the television, or you can also go to statement 4, which says, well, if I could get it to click, I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program, but as we already know, there was a blackout. So, if we present the blackout record, objection!
Dramatic objection.
Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery, and this record proves it. That you couldn't have heard a television or a video.
Irk. The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sweet?
No.
Or an explanation?
I know. Yeah. Find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait! I remember now.
Mr. Sweet, the court would prefer to hear the inaccurate version, an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections, even my own grammar, are harming your credibility and mine. That, and you seem rather distraught.
My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body.
Very well, Mr. Sweet. Let's hear your testimony.
Dramatic.
Hearing the time.
Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw.
You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it.
Not
The
quite.
defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly.
Oh, thank goodness.
Clearly there's a problem with only one of these sentences.
And that would be...
3.
Yes.
Yeah,
3.
the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. But that can't be right, because if we present the murder weapon, which was the statue, that's not a clock.
No, I don't think it is.
Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was the statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock?
You, with your objections and your evidence! Just who do you think you are?
Just answer the question, Mr. Sawit.
Hey, I saw it there, okay?
I saw it there.
I know. Okay, that's a clock. Your Honor, if I may...
Yes, Mr. Payne?
I'm in pain. As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it, and it says the time out loud.
Out loud! 1 o'clock! Out loud! 1:01!
Shut up, Dad!
Out loud! No 2! It's the time!
As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
Yes, I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock, after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now?
Heck yeah.
Time flies.
Yes. Oh wait, I clicked no.
Darn it! Darn it!
Well, then I'll read for now. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment or knew the victim. Went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder.
Oh yeah, prove it. Prove I went in there.
Okay, I've matched up now.
I'll let you know what happens if you click on the wrong one for anybody watching.
Yeah.
I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That wasn't the sound you heard. Or that was the sound you heard.
I don't think it was.
Slam! Order in the court. intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
Dun dun dun.
Mr. Sawit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
I like yours better.
Thanks.
What's the meaning of this? This is all a baseless conjecture.
Baseless?
Baseless?
Just look at the witness's face.
His face like, yeah.
Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
That day, I never. No, I heard. I saw it.
Ew. His face.
Shut up! I hate you.
Thank you.
It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn. Burn. Give him death.
Liberty or death? Death,
Both.
please.
Order! Order in the court, I say!
Your Honor, a moment, please.
I'm in too much pain.
There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims, and I look constipated.
Mr. Wright, he looks constipated.
Your Honor?
You claim the sound from the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence?
The whole case is riding on this. I better think this through carefully. Yes, Your Honor. The sound
Well
Mr. Sawit heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear for you simply. Now, really quickly, I'm actually going to click on an incorrect one to show you what happens. As you'll see up on the top, you have these 5 exclamation marks, and these are penalties, so you'll get penalized. If you lose them all, it's game over. So that is what happens if you choose an incorrect one.
Pretty
So
much.
I'll
What are
give
we
you an
going to go
example.
for?
A fact which is
Let's
clear.
ask neighbors.
Yeah, examine the
Here's
clock's batteries.
Oh, fine.
All you have to do is examine the batteries.
What the?
Indeed, the battery. Oh, sorry.
The batteries are in the right way. The clock seems to be working fine. What exactly did you mean, Mr. Wright?
Yes, the clock was working fine.
Yes, and
I'm sorry. I think I got confused back there with all those testimonies.
Mr. Wright, I expect more from a lawyer in this court, even if it is your first day. I'm afraid I have to penalize you. Try to think things more carefully.
So that's what happens. Yes, Your Honor.
Basically.
As I was saying. And then it gives you this stuff again, so I'm just going to skip it.
Option again.
A fact which is clear is if you simply, and the correct one, of course, is C, try sounding the clock.
Well, it's not really C, but there.
No, C the letter. You know,
Yes.
A, B, or C? Which
D
option?
or E, N, F, G. Anywho,
A,
moving
B,
on.
C, D, F, G, ADHD. Anyway, let's sound the clock here. Now, here in this court. Indeed. Your Honor, may I have the clock? /statute.
No!
Ask the court to listen very carefully.
Beep. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time.
Well, he is the thinker, after all, and I bet I know what he's thinking.
So we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now?
it's 11:25.
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this one. ...
Ha! Ha! You forgot one thing.
Uh-oh. What's he talking about?
I have the force. While it may seem like the clock is running at 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case.
He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it, I was so close.
With magic. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim.
Yes, Your Honor.
This means I cannot let you
Indict.
I can't speak. Indict.
Whatever.
Unfortunately, slam. This ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Shawheat.
I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens.
Yeah, I know.
They treat me
I
like
love how the only part of his sprite not moving is the part with the skin.
I know.
a criminal. You lawyers are all slime.
I almost had him.
Slam.
Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now.
Not so fast, Mr. Sweet. Dun dun dun.
Chief.
Listen up, Bright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think.
But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that.
Oh, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Go to Jack in the Box, and don't waste time about doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow, and think it through. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason, and you'll have your proof. Right?
Wrong. Left.
Wrong. Right.
Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow?
Actually, yes.
Go to the court record and don't show
No.
them why.
Yes, maybe I can prove it.
You must have evidence somewhere that you can prove it, Mr. Wright. Find it and let them have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt.
Ha! So, see you pulled this one off.
Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow.
And of course, it is the one piece that we haven't used besides the Attorney's badge, because that's essentially useless for almost all the game. And that is the passport.
Yep.
Take that! The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. Or close enough. When it's 4 p.m. there, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard. That's why the time you heard when you struck her in the apartment was wrong.
Dead wrong.
Dead wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sawit, or should I say, Mr. I did it?
Wow.
Yeah.
No.
What the heck? Did he just die?
Order! Order, I say!
Now we got
Pick up his body
now
and
Phoenix
clear
Wright
the
has a
vault.
trial because he just killed somebody.
Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your client,
He died, sir.
He's in
He was
horrible
arrested. I'm in horrible pain, and he was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
very well. Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
how are you? I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly, and to find the true culprit at the same time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
At this point, this is only formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butch, not guilty.
Isn't it?
And with that, the court is adjourned. Until next time on
Ifs,
Dragon
ands,
Ball
or
Z.
buts about it! Sorry. It turns out that Frank Sawit was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. Yeah, 'cause that's how you check houses. You
That's
sell
how I always check
papers
houses.
on the street. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim was not home. After he left, Mr. Sawit let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sawit grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find and... That was not what she was wearing in that picture earlier, but okay.
No, it wasn't. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District number 2.
Still can't believe we won. Huzzah, at.
Right. Good job in there. Well, that's just so weird. Congratulations. Congratulations,
Thanks,
my
Chief.
dear boy.
I owe it all to you.
Not at all. Not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial on such a satisfying note.
I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this
Oh
glad,
my.
imagine how Larry must feel.
Sad.
My life is ruined! Sorry.
Surfer
I
dude
had to
accent.
say it, dude. I had to say it.
I know.
Larry,
My
you're supposed
life
to be
is
happy. What's
ruined.
wrong now? Wouldn't it be great if he just said it right after this? Aw, Nick, don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no! I mean bad. Bad, bad, bad.
You forgot a surfer dude accent.
Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. Sorry. ...
But said but.
But my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind.
Congratulations, Harry.
Harry?
Yeah,
So
have
now
you
he's
seen
my
your
Uncle
face?
Zane? No, seriously.
Yeah, yes, you. I can practically see all the headlines now. Harry Butts. Innocent.
I never caught that before. Wow. Hey,
You just realized
thanks.
Harry
Really, who
Butts.
you
You just. Oh my gosh. Okay.
want? I feel awful now. I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat.
Oh no, I couldn't. Shave.
Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present.
A present? For me? Is the evidence that...
Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me.
Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento.
That
A
explains
memento.
why it's so weird.
Yeah.
Yo, Nick.
I thought his name was Phoenix.
It is, but that's his nickname. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. and she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that
Or
make
Harry
you just want to cry? Larry.
Sob. Are you so sure?
Excuse me? Please don't say that. Never mind. No. No more inappropriate themes.
I think that she thought quite a lot of you in her own way.
Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay.
It's okay. Oh, I'm not sympathizing. Just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Right. Ah, stop saying that, people! Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him?
Huh? Oh, yeah, right.
Right.
To the left, to the left. What the heck is she talking about? And if you think about it, what would it be? Of course, the statue.
Oh, I was gonna put the murder bills in. Never mind.
Take that!
Yes. Take that!
Check
What is
this out,
another-
Larry. Proof positive that you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? Where'd you get that clock? This is the clock you
killed
made
it.
for her,
Here,
Larry.
you can
She
have
took
it.
it with her when she traveled. Wait. If she took it with her when she traveled, then why was it on the desk before she got home?
What if she... No, she might have gotten home early in the morning.
I guess.
And came back for doing something.
She probably just needed a clock, that's all. What, because she didn't wear a watch? You think so?
No
It's a
one
pretty
wears a
heavy
watch.
clock to take traveling.
No, that was her watch. She put it
Yeah.
on her wrist all the time.
Exactly. Well, make of it what you will. ... Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Brosif.
Roast.
Sorry. Hope that made him feel a little better.
Hopefully.
But his
Right.
life's still ruined!
It's still ruined, right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Well, everyone does. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People too. Even trees, when you turn your head sideways, it doesn't look like... Oh, never mind. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. Believe in yourself!
Help your
You
grandpa.
have to believe in yourself. Ah, see? Right. Listen. Learn. Grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off?
Yeah, I guess so.
Say, how about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts.
No. Yay, sexual references again.
Oh my god.
Oh, gosh.
Speaking of Harry.
Oh,
my
that's
god.
awful.
She just said butts. She just
Anyway.
said butts and said, speaking of Harry. You were saying a part of why you became a lawyer was because of him.
Yeah, part at least.
You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks?
Woohoo! Martinis all around!
Woohoo!
Woohoo! And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." But not with that accent. But I'm pretty sure he's not gonna pay me, unless you count the clock he gave Mia. I didn't know it then. But that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I was not able to keep. The end. Question mark. But not the end of this game, just that one chapter.
Just that one chapter. Next time, everybody. Oh, yes, save.
Always save.
Always save. Saving's good. Alright, well, that concludes that for now.
So, in the next one, we will be tackling Chapter 2, Turnabout Sisters, which has some very revealing person in it.
That's a really weird one.
Yeah.
Well, we will be doing that next time. Full on entire thing of that. It's a long trial, so we'll be putting it into parts.
We'll probably do this one into parts. It's almost 45 minutes long.
Yeah, probably do it in 3 parts.
Yeah.
That's it. That episode will be quite a few parts. So, we thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time in episode 2, or in Ponymon, whichever comes first.
Indeed. So, until then, this has been pitmarthroy.
And I'm Cabral95.
And we will see you guys in the next one.
See ya.
Bye. Go away.
Or else.
Why are you still watching? Get out of here.